There's white smoke pouring out of the van's hood. So we turn back, turn back, turn back. New car, still us, sifting through CDs. Sharing stories, travels, breakdowns. 6 years of catching up to you. First time alone with you. Sign that reads Elizabeth Cranford. The story says we're getting close, trying to retrace the footsteps of the kid who was here before, of the kid I don't know at all. Rewriting memories, I think I'll hold on to this one. There's a blocked off walkway. Step over caution tape. Warn you about poison ivy. But that was the least of my concern in the 6 hours that I spent with you. Nearly died to see the view. Sitting on the top of Boonton Falls, water misted on our skin, anxious as you walk to the edge. You've got a dead wish in your stride, but I'll follow you anywhere.
All right, week 16, Grace Lord Park. This might be a long one. I'm going to start with the production and writing part of this here. It's in a stupid tuning. I think it's like Dad Fad or Dad Fay, except instead of Dad, it's like DAC sharp or DAC. I don't know. I really don't remember, which is bad because this is actually a song that I went back and learned how to play for the one show I've played with this band. I mean, it was just me, acoustic, but anyway, yeah, it's like a stupid tuning, and I think I did it because the part I was trying to write, I knew that I knew that I had to like drop the one string for it to happen. I think that's how it went. Anyway, recording wise, couple things to mention. I mean, I love the way the drums came out. I just like love the drum beat, and I love the guitar riff. And my thought process behind the guitar riff was like, it's very easy for me to just kind of write like a verse riff that repeats the whole verse and then it goes into the next section. And I was like, what if I just have this like, what if I have like this verse riff that just is like evolving and changing? And so that's what I did. And it's got like, it's almost like a, like the verse, I kind of break it down as like verse A, B, C, and D. It's, yeah, it just kind of cycles through these different things until it gets to the B section. Um, I did play bass on this one. I think it's coming back to me. I think Jack was just getting hit really hard with school at this point in time. Um, so this was another one that I played bass on. Um, Let me think here. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's kind of the bulk of. Oh my God, how could I forget? So I also played the trumpet on this song. And by I played the trumpet, what I really mean is Austin's trumpet was at my house and he was like, "Yeah, it's cool if you want to play it." And so um I I moved air through the horn. Did I actually play the parts that you hear? I mean, not really. I think I moved air through the horn and just kind of chopped it together in Pro Tools. Like, I'm not even gonna sit here and lie to you. Like, I like tuned it and everything. It was like literal surgical trumpet. um, but uh, it was really cool to just like be like, yeah, like I played trumpet on this song, like I'd never done that before. And the story is like I picked up trumpet in fourth grade for like a year in band, switched to drums, and then my sophomore year of high school, myself and another percussionist that were in like the advanced ensemble or whatever, um, we were like, wouldn't it be kind of funny if we played trumpet in concert band? And so we did, and we were so fucking bad, and we just like didn't practice, and we sight read our music. But I thought, because like as much as like we were bad and like didn't practice, I could play scales and like long tones and whatnot, which is pretty much all you need. Like, that's all you need for trumpet and emo music, you know. Um, so I felt like very confident um, sitting down to do the trumpet for this song, and was immediately humbled because I realized that I had lost all of it. Um, and I'm pretty sure like I don't want to say too much and make myself sound like an idiot here, but um, like I think with trumpet there's like a lot of transposing you have to do. Like guitar based music is like guitar is like a C based instrument, and then you have trumpet, which is B flat, and despite the difference only being a half step, it's just like in my head, like dealing with the transposing thing and trying to relearn all the fingerings and whatnot. It was just not happening. So yeah. Anyway, um, moving on. My friend, this song has lineage to "It's Not the Eyes." My friend who, or "It's the Eyes" and "It's Not the Eyes" and probably some other ones. But yeah, my this same person, I sent them the acoustic, like just like an acoustic video of this song because I knew they'd appreciate it, and it's just the guitar parts, and so she was like, yeah, she was super into it, had a lot to say about it, and I don't know if it was at that moment she said this or if it was another time, but I know she had said at one point like, oh, to be a fly on the wall, like when you're doing your thing. So I just like got this idea. I was like, I'm gonna not do the vocals, and you can come over and hang out with me while I do them, and maybe I can convince you to sing too. She's a great singer. She won't admit it, but she is. Um, so yeah, so she comes over, and all the lyrics I was working on weren't hitting anyway. So we actually just like sat down and wrote the lyrics together, and I recorded them as we wrote them, and it was like super weird and vulnerable, and like, it's just difficult for me to do. Um, but I know it meant a lot to her, and it meant a lot to me, and it was really just like cool to share that experience together. So it was well worth it. And then she sings all those harmonies that you hear. And yeah, like so many of the good lyrics on here were it was just a combination of our brains recounting this day. It's the first time we had seen each other. It was this we had just seen each other for the first time in like 6 years, and then this was like the day that this song is about was like I think the second time in 6 years, and we took this trip up to there's this waterfall in Boonton, New Jersey. Fucking amazing name for a town. Um, and yeah, so it was this waterfall that I hadn't been to in a really long time, and like that kind of chorus speaks to a lot of things. The I was driving up there with Dylan Walker one time to play some All Shucks songs. I think it was just us, and I think we just played them acoustic. But it's weird because the next day we played kind of like two piece All Shucks. It was really weird. It only happened one time. It's super cool. I wish there was videos of that. But on the way up to this show, the song now known as Elizabeth Cranford did not have a name. And we used to play this game. This was more of a Space Cadets thing. Matt and I would always play this game where we would look at the signs on the highway where they'd have like two names of towns, and we would see if they would like combine to make like a name that could actually be like a real person's name. And it all started with Chester Allentown. So Chester Allentown was always an ongoing joke, and then we just like started like making it a game when we would go on tour and whatnot. And so Dylan and I were heading up to this show in Boonton, and it was very rare at that time that any of the bands I was in would go north. Like we normally we would go like south or west. Or at least, well, that's not totally true. It was weird to play North Jersey. Oh, Jack is coming home. Hello.
Whoa.
Whoa. All right, I'm back. What I was saying is at the time it was really weird to play North Jersey. It was very rare that we would get on the Garden State Parkway for anything. But Dylan and I were going up there this one day, and we saw the sign that said Elizabeth Cranford, and that's how that song got that name. And then later in the lyrics, I was kind of talking about retracing my own footsteps, because I'd been there once with Dylan, and once about a year and a half before that with Matt. And that was like 2 or 3 years before this time. So yeah, it was just like a weird kind of thing. And then we went back to just writing more about that day, but that's what I was getting at in the chorus there. And then kind of like moving on through it was, um, oh my God, like I am a very cautious person, maybe even have a slight fear of getting injured. Um, and she was just climbing on all these rocks and like doing all this sketchy shit around this waterfall, and I that was kind of where I was at with the last line. You've got a death wish in your stride. Um, but yeah, so I think that that mostly wraps up this. Other than the song name, I really did not want to call the song Boonton Falls. Um, and I think it kind of happened almost by accident, where I was looking up um, this place and found out that it's in Grace Lord Park, and I thought that was a much better name, so I used that. And as far as the album cover went, as much as I wanted to drive back up to um, this fucking waterfall uh, to take a picture, I did not have it. I just did not have it in me. I was already super late and pushing it with this song for, for when we could uh, meet up to do it together. So we took one we took one picture that didn't work, and then I was like, all right, I've got one shot left, and our one idea didn't work, so it might just have to be a picture of us. And yeah, and it was, and that's where we're at. So that's it. Fucking dickheads over there running the sink in the background.
Fuck you.
There it is. I was waiting. All right.